Hello, and thank you for joining us. Welcome to Business Breakthroughs presented by Invest Ottawa. I'm your host, Barbara Balfour. Stay with us for the next 30 minutes as we chat with local business owners who found unique ways to pivot during lockdown and who will share some of their secrets to staying resilient during challenging times. Today's show is the Customized Products Edition, and I have the great pleasure of being joined by two passionate entrepreneurs who are giving you a fantastic local alternative to simply walking into a large brand name store and picking something up off the shelf. Instead, they're offering options to customize and personalize what you're looking for. First, I'd like to introduce Kodey Carisse. She is the co-founder and co-owner of EyeSlaybyK, along with business partner Eric Mallory. They're both dedicated to making a beauty product that brings out your best self. Together, they're taking the false eyelash industry to a whole new luxury level, making lash strips look and feel like lash extensions. Welcome to the show, Kodey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Barbara. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Next, I'm so pleased to welcome Rima Soueiti, the co-owner of SGA Signs, Gifts, and Awards. Rima took over the business in 2007, along with her husband Imad, and they opened a second location in 2012. They provide any custom sign work you can think of, along with awards, plaques, trophies, and other gifts for special occasions, as well as a few others for people who have a special sense of humor. And I can't wait to hear about some of those gag gifts later. Welcome to the show, Rima. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Barbara. It's nice to be here.
I thought we could start off with you, Rima. Tell us a little bit about what brought you to take over the business. It was around for a while before you and your husband took over. I understand you celebrated 40 years in business last year. Tell us about how the journey has been for you.
It's been an exciting journey. It's a fun journey, fun times, celebrations, events, birthday parties, anything that you can think of that needs a gift or reward. That's what we do. So our journey started in 2007. We took the business over from another family, and they had already been in business for a while, since 1980, of course. And when we took over in 2007, we sort of took the business on with, you can say, with passion, because we loved what we saw. It was unique in the community, and so many people you can meet, from just individuals all the way to corporate leaders, government offices. So it was just a lot of variety and a lot of people that just wanted something unique, something different. And we were very, very excited to be in the business, me and my husband and our family as well.
What did you and your husband do before you decided to become entrepreneurs?
I was in sales and marketing as well, and my husband was an entrepreneur in Orleans. We had a gas station, and I was sales and marketing at a food distributor company. And we just decided we wanted to start our own business, but we wanted something different. And an acquaintance of ours also knew the owners, the previous owners, and they wanted to get out of that business because they had been in there for so long and wanted to move on. So it was just came in the right time for us. We walked in and we purchased the business in 2007.
And you were telling me earlier when we were chatting on the phone that it's a very unique line of business that you're in because it allows you work-life balance, I guess, as opposed to the gas station, which is more of a 24/7 operation. Is that what attracted you to taking over?
Yes, yes. I was just telling somebody the other day, this business is not like a business, it's like a job. We go in, from 9 to 5. We have a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of creativity. You meet a lot of great people, and it's so exciting to be in there. Like, you get up every day and it's like, I want to go to work, but it's not work. It's so much fun. These days we're doing a lot of it from the house, and we're doing some part-time on location for production and pickup, and people still come in just to do curbside pickup, but we still, and we still do it by phone or by email. And it's still the same excitement for us after so long, You think you'd be bored by now. It's been, I guess, almost 10, 15 years, a little bit longer. And you think you'd be bored, but honestly, like we get up every morning and we're so excited to go to work. So we still
I
love
want to
it
get
after.
I want to get
Yeah.
more into the nitty gritty of what you do and what kinds of things you customize. But first, I want to go back to Kodey. Kodey, tell us about how EyeSlaybyK came about. It was kind of a pivot from what you were doing prior to COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. So I did start my beauty career in the hair industry, and I had done that for a long time. I'm actually a licensed hairstylist, but I hurt my back, and my doctor told me I kind of have to change what I'm doing because if I don't, I'm going to never heal. And that didn't sound too good to me, but I did love the beauty industry, and I love the people, and I love the atmosphere, and I still wanted to be in it. And I started doing some research in lash extensions and like how to become a lash extension artist. I did go and take the course myself in 2019, and I was doing lash extensions from my house for a while. It was great while it lasted, but then COVID hit, and I couldn't have people in my house anymore. And so I had to make a change, and that's kind of when Eric came in. He is really a business kind of guy, and he knew exactly what to do next. And I used to make lash strips for myself because you can't do extensions to yourself because you have to have the eyes closed. And my friends eventually were like, I want your lash strips. So I started making them for my friends. And he's like, why don't we just bring this online? So we did. And it's been booming ever since. We really enjoy it. And I still get to do what I love, even without having clients come in. But I can still make them customized. And I can still give you exactly what you want as if you were coming in to see me as a client.
So for those of our viewers out there who don't quite know what lash extensions are, can you just go into a little bit of what makes up a lash extension versus a false eyelash versus a lash strip?
Yes. Okay. So, lash extensions is a where you would come in to come see me. You would lay down on a bed. You would have your eyes closed, and I would take two sets of tweezers and attach individual lashes or a cluster of lashes. Cluster is kind of the wrong word, but you basically take a group of lashes and squeeze them together to make a fan. And then I would glue the fan or the individual lash to your lash to make a full set, which you could wear for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on your regular lashes, and they would fall out and you would come and get a fill. A lash strip is what I'm wearing right now, as you can see here. So this is kind of where they would come in, and they're very fine, and then I would turn it into this. So by using the lash extension process and the same products I would use for the lash extensions as well. You can also get lash strips from any drugstore or anything like that, but for the environment, mine are all cruelty free.
Okay, so you don't do mink eyelashes, for instance.
Um, they're basically the same quality as mink, but they're vegan and no animals are hurt, which I really agree with. And also, real
So
mink
how,
can actually cause allergies as well. Sorry.
so how competitive is the eyelash market? I mean, I know there's so many options out there, 3D, 5D, 8D, Russian lashes, Korean lashes. How do you wrap your mind around all of that and figure out, what people want and what to offer?
So yeah, with my training, I did learn about like face shapes as well as like what shape of eyelash would go best with West face shape. So I can bring that into you as well. We would have a consultation, and I would help you find exactly what you're looking for. If you have pictures of lashes, I can look at it and I understand if it's a spiky look or cat eye. So I can kind of work with you to find exactly what you want. As for the lingo, like 2D and 3D are kind of the same as volume. So I feel like, so what you might know as 3D, I would call volume. So we would work together to make sure we're on the same page.
So talk to us about the different types of eyelashes that you offer and to what extent can you customize them? Like what sort of special requests can you meet?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do anything between classic, hybrid, volume, and I can do Russian as well if you want to call it that, or mega volume. So classic is more of a 1-to-1 ratio, so one lash to one lash. It's very natural, maybe during the day look, or hybrid is a mix of classic and volume, so half single and then half with more than one lash per lash. And then Russian or mega volume. I could do up to 15 lashes per lash, which can make them very full, very fluffy, and they can give you that night out kind of look that I think a lot of girls are going for. Um, as for shapes, yeah, you could do doll eye, spiky, cat eye, which is like longer on the outside. Doll eye is like longer on the inside, so it's more of an open eye kind of look. So there's definitely a lot we can talk about and make sure you find exactly what you're looking for.
To what extent has the COVID pandemic changed people's preferences for how they look, or to what extent are they willing to do things like wear false lashes, for instance?
So that was definitely one of our disadvantages. I feel like, especially before the pandemic, everyone was going out every day. They were always dressed up, always looking their best. Being stuck in COVID and being stuck at home, I feel like not a lot of people are doing that anymore. So that was definitely one of our, not disadvantages, but something we had to work with and figure out. But with Ottawa opening up in a couple of days, we were hoping to see a spike, and everyone's want to get dressed up, just like way back when in the 20s when there was stuff going on and everything started opening up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And there's just going to be a boom, and everyone's just going to want to get dressed up to go to the grocery store. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think I'm looking forward to that as much as you are. I want to switch the conversation back to Rima. Talk to us a little bit about, what happened when COVID hit, when the first lockdown happened. How did that change your business? Did you lose a lot of orders? How did you power through that time?
Yes, COVID hit quite hard, actually. It was sudden. We didn't expect it to be. And actually, it hit right when our busy season. It was supposed to start right then in March. And, we always start our end of hockey season, basketball, baseball, soccer, all of that. So it hit right then, and everything just stopped. We had shut down, and people stopped having events. Nobody was giving out awards anymore. Everybody was at home. We didn't know what it was like. So it did hit us quite hard. We for a while we were contemplating, what do we do? How do we handle this? But I think because we loved the business so much, and we knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. It was going to come back one day. So we said, okay, we're just going to ride it through as much as we can. We still had a trickle, of our business. People that still needed to maintain, like let's say a management company still needed to maintain their building. Some courses online were still going on, and they still needed some name badges. So there was still a little bit of stuff going on that we could manage, and it got us along. And I think, like we said, we almost said, okay, that's it. What are we going to do? We're going to shut down. And then we stopped. We said, no, we love this business too much, and it's going to come back, and we're going to ride it out. So we did, a little bit at a time. We started sort of communicating with our people as well. Hey, how are you? How's the COVID situation? So we'd never said we were closed, basically. We always said we're online. Hey, you can always email us. Your orders are welcome. So we always had, and to be honest, we moved some machinery so that we have access to it. We could produce closer to home, and then we would ship them out. So it was sort of like a mini email order at our house, where we moved our smaller machines, and we did, little orders that kept us going along through the shutdown. And I think that helped us a lot, and in sort of not turning people away and telling them no or shutting down completely. So that's how we rode out COVID. And then when they came back and said, okay, we can start sort of doing curbside pickup, essential, non-essential. So we moved back slowly into our north side, which is in Bell's Corners. We started moving back there and producing and doing curbside pickup when we could.
Did you have to let go of any of your employees?
Yes, unfortunately we did. That was unfortunate. We had to let go of 2 of our employees, and it was It was basically a one-man operation, which was my husband and me doing the emails and orders and stuff like that. We also have our kids who help us out when they can, because they do have their jobs as well, but it is a family business, so they do come on board.
So right now it's a completely family-run operation, and both your locations are open?
Yes. 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 The Saint Laurent is more for pickup. The East End location is more for pickup only. I don't do production there. It's just like a display, showcase and meeting. Most of the production and all our big machines are in our Bell's Corners location, side road.
Can you talk us through some of the technical processes? Like do you use different machinery to engrave something made of glass versus something that's made out of metal? Talk to us a little bit about how you do it. And is everything done by hand?
Yeah, you'd think it was done by hand. We don't do anything by hand anymore. Everything is machines, but there are different types of machinery. One of them is a rotary machine. So there's actually a needle that goes and does the engraving for you, but it's run by a computer. There's a laser engraver as well, which burns the materials or etches the material. So that's good for glass, for crystals, for metal. So it gives it a nice etching, sort of a white glimmer onto the glass and crystal. For metal, it burns off a layer, so then the printing. The other option we have is a full color print, which prints onto any type of metal, any certain types of crystal as well we can print on, and certain types of glass, full color. So it's a lot of variety depending on the job.
What kinds of special orders can you customize? And what are some of the more unusual requests that you've filled over the last 15 years?
Oh my goodness. We basically, I tell them we can, honestly, like we've done so many different things. We can customize little tiny, like I was just doing some labels for a birth of a baby. They wanted to use it for chocolates, like they give it as souvenirs. And we did a whale, a nice shape of a whale with a banner underneath it and the name and the date. It looked like the whale was swimming in that banner. So it looked so beautiful. And this was custom specifically for this child that was just born about 40 days ago. So that was pretty cool. That was the first time we did that kind of a shape. We do a lot of custom trophies we've done some for the government. A lot of them, they like to have their own custom like maple leaf. They like to incorporate the maple leaf. They like to use local or Canadian made material. So we go to different manufacturer. Sometimes one manufacturer can do it for us. And then sometimes we have to get two different manufacturers, like one for aluminum, one for wood. We get that same shape. We bring it in, we put it together, and we engrave on it, or we do plates and customize it for each individual. One that really comes to mind is we've been working on it. It's a really nice maple leaf, which is actually part maple leaf cut out, and then the other side is a hollow maple leaf. And the back side is aluminum and the front side is maple wood. So it's a bunch of materials that we sort of had to put together, and it looks super cool. After you see the final product, you say, wow, this is really super cool. But
what I find
it's a process.
fascinating about both of your businesses is that you don't just offer a product, but you also deal with emotion. You're celebrating something, and you're selling an experience just as much as you're selling a product. And it's a great segue to Kodey. I wanted to ask you, to what extent is the unboxing experience an extension of your brand?
Yeah, absolutely. Getting the product and getting the boxes and everything ready, we did want that to be an experience. Eric and I actually sat on YouTube for hours and watched girls unbox things, and he's like, I can't believe girls actually do this. And I was like, yeah, well, it's more than just the product. Like, it's the unboxing, it's the feeling of the product,
Yeah.
this is what girls do now. And so we did a lot of research, and I ended up with my diamond brand, which is like a diamond box, and it's in um, like a velour bag. It's very beautiful, and I was really happy with it. One of our challenges, actually, we ordered bags in the wrong size, and it kept ripping, and we were kind of upset, and it was a little bit of a downfall, but we got through it, and we found something even better in the end, so it worked out. But yes, absolutely, the unboxing. I want you to feel luxurious. I want you to feel like you're really getting the experience too, because it starts with the consultation with me. I'm there the whole way, and you getting it is just one part of everything that you get with Diamond Brand. So absolutely.
And I'd like to know, how many times can you wear these lashes? Do you have to take them off before you go to bed?
Yes. So if you were going to wear them for the day, you would put a little bit of glue on the lash strip itself and glue it to your eyelid. Depending on your glue, I like the Duo brand myself. I can wear them all day. You shouldn't wear them in the shower. You should take them off before you shower and before you sleep. But you can wear them all day, and as long as they are a high quality, and they're different than ones that are made of plastic. So you do want to take care of them. But I've had mine, and I've worn them 20 to 30 times sometimes. So if you take care of them, you can definitely get some long wear.
They look really good on you.
Oh,
Now,
thank you.
Rima was speaking earlier about some of the highs and lows of owning a business, especially during COVID, and some of those devastating conversations that you have with your business partners and with yourself, sort of thinking, can I go on with this, or is it time to throw in the towel? And I'd love to hear your thoughts, although your business is comparatively young compared to Rima's. What are some of the highs and lows of that entrepreneurial lifestyle?
Yeah, absolutely. So getting our business name and our business number was definitely a high. I never thought I would ever have that. So it was really exciting. Getting our bank open, getting everything set up, finishing our Shopify store with Digital Mainstreet. They really helped us out. That was amazing. The lows, yeah, definitely getting the wrong size bag and having it rip and not being the right consistency. It was kind of a bummer. But yeah, mostly highs, but definitely with COVID, it's definitely hard getting sales and getting your name out there. But like I said, with things opening, we're looking for our next high, so it's good. And Eric too has been he before this business, he had another business, so he could definitely tell you more about highs and lows and how some weeks it feels like you're not really sure why you're doing this, and then the other weeks you're just on top of the world because everything came together. So
What were some
Yeah.
of the pain points that participating in the Digital Mainstreet program helped you resolve or address?
yeah, absolutely. Well, they gave us tips and tricks the whole way around, but like we were having a little bit of problem with like our color palette, so they actually gave us color codes. They helped us on Canva. They made a bunch of things that we could just plug pictures into, things that making our advertising super easy. They also polished our website, and they helped us also put like an email subscription when you go to our website the first time. We had no idea how to do that, so they helped us like really polish things off, and they were always there if we had any questions. And honestly, they were amazing. They were expert level for sure.
Rima, how did you come across Invest Ottawa, and how did they help you through the Digital Mainstreet program?
Invest Ottawa, we've been with them for a while actually. We've known them for a long time because they were a customer of ours. And I always was interested in what they did. So I kept subscribing to their emails. And then one day, after COVID hit, I see that they were offering this program. And I just signed up, and they contacted us. And you wouldn't think that you would get such, like Kodey said, you wouldn't think that you'd get such expert a team that has so many experts on it. So when our first initial meeting started, I was very excited to talk to them and get started. And with the time that they gave us too, that was like wow. And the timeline, the deadlines, they were all met. Like they told you this was going to be done at that time, it was done at that time. They provided
That's
you with your phase one, phase two, phase three. Okay, we're done. everything. And like Kodey said, they were so professional in every way. And they also they polished our website, gave us a new look, which was I've been waiting for, because we've had our look for 10 years. So we needed a new logo, new color palette. So they came in the nick of time, and we wanted to get ready so that when COVID was over and we want to get out there again and advertise, and it's going to be a whole new way of advertising. And they gave us templates to work with, color palettes, new logo. And our e-commerce website with Shopify is a bit more complicated, but they did get me started on it, and I'm happy, but it just
It's
needs to go
fantastic.
through.
I did have a chance to check it out, and there's lots of options there. We're unfortunately almost at the end of our time together. These shows are never long enough, but I just want to ask you quickly, Rima, what are your plans for a post-pandemic world? Do you have anything in the works?
My main concern right now is my e-commerce website. I really want to get that going because it's very important to me. I'm hoping that will happen in the next 2 weeks, hopefully.
Well, we'll
So
definitely check that.
by the end of June, because we're a bit busy now too. We're coming to end of school season, so we're getting very busy right now with
Being
some
busy is
orders.
definitely a good thing. And I just want to ask
Yeah.
you, Kodey, quickly before we have to say goodbye, what are your plans once things start picking up and people start going out again?
Yeah, I'm hoping everyone starts ordering eyelashes and feeling and looking their beautiful selves. We accept everyone, and we just want you to feel confident and good. And it's hard to get out of this rut. So if you need a little boost, I'm definitely here to help. And let's just slay all day.
I love the name. I love the products that you both offer. And I want to thank you so much, Rima, and thank you so much, Kodey, for providing us with a front row seat to what it means to be a business owner in these challenging times, and looking forward to seeing your success after things pick up again in a post-COVID-19 world. And to those who are watching today's episode of Business Breakthroughs presented by Invest Ottawa, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to support local, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great night.